Do you own a website that's just been whacked by the Google helpful content update? Trust me, you're not the first and you definitely won't be the last. In this video, I explain what Google just did to literally thousands and probably millions of niche websites, how bloggers can adapt to these new SEO shifts, and is content still king? In fact, I'm going to show you some websites that didn't get hit by the helpful content update, and in fact, they thrived through it. So let me ask you a question. I know it's on your mind. Do you think AI had something to do with this? To be honest with you, a number of different sites got hit, whether it's 100% AI written, 100% human written, or a little bit of both. They all got hit in some sort of way. You see, if you put out crappy AI content or crappy human written content, you're gonna have the same result. So Google's helpful content update, or HCU for short, is an algorithm update that aims to promote high quality, helpful content in search results, while also demoting low quality, unhelpful content. This update rewards websites with helpful content and provides searchers with a better experience. That's kind of why they did it. And it's affected niche websites in the following ways. So if yours is one of the websites that got hit, you need to review both the quality and the relevance of your content. This means you need to understand your audience, and you also need to prioritize creating value for your audience. In essence, it's all about improving your user website experience and also engaging on social media. You're sending the right signals. Now, there's quite a few things that you can do to both regain your rankings and also skyrocket them. And one of the first things on the list is being laser focused and concentrating on that particular topic. And by doing that, you'll actually gain topical authority. Now, look, if you are used to pumping out endless articles that were just text, those days are well and truly over. Now, the only websites that can get away with this now are websites like Quora or Reddit. These are the websites that did really well under Google HCU. Now, you really do need to bolster up your articles by adding things like videos, quotes, statistics, graphs, tables. Google loves tables, by the way. If you're looking to organize the information the way Google wants, you'll find that they will actually reward you for this. And I'm not too sure if you're aware of this, but Google is actually losing a lot of traffic to the LLMs, the large language models like ChatGPT and Perplexity. Google is losing a lot of traffic. So what it's going to have to do, it's going to have to start putting its assets in front of you, even if you don't want to see them. And if you think about it logically, Google is losing big time to these LLMs. That's why it's a really good idea to embed an actual YouTube video in your article, because what happens is, the more people that actually see that video, the more ads that can get shown. Now, if you think about it logically, Google are going to have to do this. They're going to have to show more videos to more people. And the only way they can do that is by more people embedding videos on their article. That way, every time somebody watches that video, they can show ads. And where possible, try and place your YouTube video embed. Try and place that as high up and above the fold as you can. And the reason why I say this is when somebody asks a question and they come across your article, they want to get that answer answered as quickly as possible. And sometimes the best way of doing that and the best way of describing what the answer is actually via video. That's why it's a really good idea to place it at the very, very top. Now, Google is looking for similar content, but not exactly the same. You know how you've got a lot of those tools that give you like a grade for every keyword that you put in and every sort of sentence structure that you put in that's very similar. I'm not knocking any of those tools, but you really do need to have an article that's very similar, but you do need to inject your own personality and your own point of view within the article as well. But if you're really, really struggling to do this, what you can do is add an FAQ, a frequently asked question at the bottom, whether it's 4 FAQs, whether it's 6, whether it's 8, it doesn't really matter, but it allows you to inject your own personality, inject your thoughts onto the article that are very different from basically everyone else's. So if you've got a website that is not a business, but it is a niche website, then you need to be a real person behind the brand. You need to be a real person with real images and real social links. And you don't have to be active on social media, but it does actually help if you are active, because it sends positive signals to Google that this is a real website and it's a real person that's actually writing for this website. And if you've made it this far, congratulations. I'm actually going to provide you with a resource that will help you with your HCU content. Now, early on in the video, I did promise that we're going to have a look at some case studies. So let's have a look at them now. So the very first website we're going to look at is Travel Trailer Pro. This is definitely a niche site by any definition. And if we have a look at the traffic, you can see that, I mean, don't get me wrong, this isn't one of your niche websites that's getting a load of traffic. But as you can see, when the actual update started, you can see that, I don't know, on average, they were getting about 5,000, 5,500 visits. But just look what happened here in August is a big increase up to 28,000. So from 5,500 to 28,000 monthly traffic. So these guys are definitely doing something right. Now, if we have a look at their websites, no different from anyone else's website, really, any other niche website. The only thing I would say is it's very clean. Okay, obviously we've all got clean websites. It's very clean, and even though they've got ads, they're not intrusive. Granted, it'd be nice if they had a picture here or an image, but they've actually got their name here. And yeah, let's click on the About Us page. As you can see, they've got loads of links to other websites that they own, I presume. If we scroll down, you can actually see real people here. And these aren't just avatars. These are actually real people that own this website and that write for this website. And if we scroll down a bit further, you can also see other authors that have actually written for this website as well. One thing that's really good is they've got original images here. So this isn't an image that they've actually swiped from the internet. This is actually one they've taken. And this is one of the things that you really do need to do. If you've got loads of stock image on your website, you want to try and swap them out for real images, real reviews of an item, for example. Again, very nicely written. Again, another original image. Let's click on read more. So 12 best camper trailers under 25. Again, got the author there with a link to the author, which is good. Got your social sharing here. Again, this is nothing stand out. Most people have these, but as you can see, it's very well structured. And the ads aren't really in your face and things like blowing up in front of your face as soon as you come to the website. And if we have a look at the way it's written, I think it's written kind of like from first person. So this isn't, it doesn't look like they've actually paid somebody to actually write this. You can see that they really care about their niche and they've written it from the heart. And what I like about it is they've got a nice little section here that says pros and cons. They've got a featured box here as well, which is, again, you don't see a lot of that on a lot of niche websites. So they've got a nice featured box here. So that's the very first website. Again, it's nothing outrageous. They're not doing anything that much different. They're just ticking all the boxes and doing it well. And what I will say is I will do another video where I'm going to do a deep dive in some of the websites that I'm showing you here. But for this video, I'm just going to give you like the overall view of the things that they're doing well. So the next one we're going to look at is Bonsai Empire. I must admit, this is one of my favorites. As you can see from the website, it's very clean, and it's basically a passion niche. So you probably think that this doesn't actually get that much traffic, wouldn't you? Like, bonsai trees. How many people are actually interested in bonsai trees? Let's have a look at the traffic that they're actually receiving. So they were tooting along here. Oh yeah, not much traffic. Only 1.6 million visits each month. Yeah, not too bad. But have a look what happens here in August. Again, with the helpful content update, just have a look at what happened here. They were doing really well at 1.4 million. And then a huge spike up to 2.2, and in October, which is last month, 2.5 million. See the big spike here? As you can see, these guys definitely did not get hit by the helpful content update. So let's have a look to see what they're doing and what they're doing well. Again, similar to Travel Trailer Pro, they've got a nice looking website, and as you can see, the menu system is absolutely brilliant. Very simple, and it's very easy to navigate around this website. This is a DR56 domain, and it's over, believe it or not, it's over 20 years old. So if you're going to try and battle it out with Bonsai Empire, you've got a fight on your hands. Not only is it made very well, not only is it produced very well, but it's over 20 years old. So it has a lot of history. And if we scroll down, there's very little clutter here. And you can see what I was talking about regarding the video previously. In the first half of their homepage, they have a welcome video, like an introduction video. And when you click on it, it actually pops out. So even though it's embedded in the article, the only thing you can see there, because they wanted to keep it nice and clean, is all you can see is a thumbnail. And when you click on it, that's the only time when you can start playing the video. So you can see why it's really important to have a YouTube video right at the top of your article. These guys are doing exactly what I've just said. Now look, they've customized it a bit more. They've got a link to their courses here, which is a nice little touch. But You don't have to have it where it pops out like this. And if we scroll down, we've got the main structure. I believe they're doing a pillar and cluster structure here. I'm not going to explain that in this video today, but I will explain it in another video. And if you want more of that, please subscribe. And again, very, very clean. It doesn't even really look, or it doesn't really look or feel like a website that's getting 2.5 million views. And again, I believe these are unique images. These aren't stock images. These are ones that they've actually taken themselves. So if we jump into one of these categories, let's have a look at the bonsai tree care. And what was I talking about before? Yep, there you have it, another video. And if you click on that, it does exactly the same as the one on the home screen as well. So if you're the sort of person that doesn't want to read all of this and you just want to see somebody talking about bonsai tree care, you can literally just click on this video, watch the video, maybe you can subscribe or even actually buy one of their courses. And as you can see as well, the interlinking they're doing on the website is contextual. So it actually means something. And the sort of links that they're doing on the website are contextual. They're not just like one word links, they're contextual. So they explain exactly what's going to happen, what you can come to expect if you click on this link. And this is a nice little touch here. These aren't drop downs. These are just, again, interlinks. So if you click on it, you will actually go to placement of your bonsai. There's not a million images on here, but what I love about this website, and I think the reason why they've done so well, is they're monetizing it in a really, really great way. But again, it's not over intrusive. But again, it's not really in your face. This is at the bottom of this article. And then you've got even more info here. And this is where you got the drop downs as well. So if you do have an article, try and put as many features, like I said to you before, as possible. So whether it's videos, whether it's graphs, whether it's statistics, or even these nice little drop downs, if you can try and put these within your articles, it just makes the whole experience so much more pleasurable. If we scroll down again, he's got another link to his online bonsai courses. You don't have to do this, but he does actually have a forum as well. So what happens is you've got a lot of people that are coming to this forum to talk about bonsai trees and all things bonsai. So what happens is these people will keep coming back time and time again. And I guarantee you, they'll probably be typing in Bonsai Empire forum as well. So these are all signals that are sent to Google saying that these people love this website and they're willing to return for more information. And what's great about this is the more times they return, the more chance there is of actually purchasing a course. And what I was talking about before, which is the pillar and cluster technique, you can see these are the main categories. And then you've got these cluster articles below that. And each one of these will be linking back to the bonsai tree care. So it's very, very well structured. And if we check their about page, let's have a look at that. Okay, so we've got the meet the team here. Again, nice little drop downs, our vision, our mission, really, really nicely laid out. You've got to contact us. So you can go to the bonsai forum, contact page. Let's have a click on there. Again, a nice little contact page. And then you've got press inquiry here as well. But again, it just goes to the contact page. If we scroll down a bit further, you got a link to their newsletter. I guarantee you everybody that subscribes for that newsletter will also come back. They're very, very active on Facebook. Let's have a look at their YouTube channel. And as you can see, they've got over 481 subscribers. So they're very active on YouTube. And each time they produce a video, they are sending people back to their website. So they're not relying on Google 100% for their traffic. They've got a forum, they've got a newsletter, and they've also got a YouTube channel as well. So the next one we're going to look at is Golf for Geeks. Again, a really nicely laid out website, and also one that did not get hit by HCU. Really, really clear. You've got the categories that are nice and clear here. And I guarantee you, each one of these is an affiliate article. So let's have a look. Best drivers. Yep. Really nicely laid out, really nicely written. All the links, editors picks. They've got nice navigation here. Scroll down a bit further and you've got, again, unique images and really straightforward reviews. And also, can you notice this is not cluttered in any way? There's no ads either. Did you notice that? I'm not saying that it's a bad idea to have ads, but it's just less clutter on the website. What they're looking to do is looking to drive traffic to their website and then sell through affiliate links. And they've just chosen not to put ads on here. So a quick look at the about page. In fact, actually, let's have a look at the traffic. Again, tootling along all the way through 2022 into 2023, traffic starts rising and then boom. Like the other website I've just shown you, it was getting 303,000 visits and then boom, in August, shot up to 645. And yes, there is a little bit of a dip, but to be honest with you, going from that even to that is a massive jump. Let's check his about page. Nice and simple, no clutter, and you got a list of the authors here. Now, this particular website is a DR28, so it's not that high, but it is over 8 years old. And can you see a theme here? A lot of these websites, and I'm not saying that you need to have a website that's either 8 years old or 20 years old. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, if you're going to do this and take it seriously, starting with a new domain is going to be a struggle. You can either purchase a domain that's already been used before and obviously start writing content on that. But if you start from scratch and you're up against these sort of websites, it's going to be a struggle. The reason why these websites do so well is they're trusted in the eyes of Google, and the overall navigation is really, really good. So if we go to gear and then clubs, you've got another navigation to drivers and driver roundup reviews. Let's have a look at driver roundup reviews. Again, nice and clean. And lots of internal linking as well. Let's see how he's doing on YouTube. Not sure he's doing anything on YouTube because the link doesn't work. That's not very good. Now, since the links aren't working, let's have a look at their YouTube. Let's have a look to see if he's doing anything on YouTube. Now, being honest, they're not doing much on YouTube. I'm going to hold my hands up and say that, yeah, this isn't a great example of somebody that's utilizing YouTube for their niche site. The good thing is, though, he is consistent, or they are consistent in uploading. And whether you've got 100 views or whether you've got 1,000 views, it really doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is he's consistent. Now, the websites that did really well, even though they were classed as niche websites, the ones that did really well are ones that had e-commerce linked to it or were e-commerce websites. And I think it's because they had a contact form, a real telephone number, okay, and they had an email address on there. They had live chat, and they were probably really active on social media. They started collecting email addresses for newsletters, and what all of that does, it sends positive signals back to Google that this is a real business, especially if the formatting is correct and they do a lot of interlinking on the website. That's one of the reasons why e-commerce sites weren't hit as hard as just general niche sites. And a little tidbit for you here, I haven't seen this spoken about anywhere else. I believe that when a lot of people are actually typing in your brand and visiting your website, rather than just coming across it via an article or they've typed in a keyword into Google, I believe that if the keyword is one of the highest, which is your brand, when you look in the actual one of the tools like Ubersuggest or Ahrefs, if you look behind the scenes and you see the keywords and the top keyword is actually their brand, those are really positive signals to send Google. And I think a reason why a lot of niche websites were hit by this helpful content update is I believe one of the signals was the fact that people weren't searching for their brand. They kind of tripped over or came across their website, but they didn't type in the name brand. And I think that's why I think it's really important to now brand your website and actually be a real business. Now, if you're using the likes of Bard or ChatGPT or even Grok, which is the new LLM, if you're using those to write your articles, it's not the end. But what I will say is you're going to find it harder and harder to compete if all you're doing is just uploading AI content. And the reason why that is, there are so many Me Too articles that are using the same structure, the same layout, the same tools. That's why you're going to find it a lot harder to rank. So if you want to stay and you want to get ahead of the competition, you really do want to watch this video next. In that video, I show you how to get ahead of most AI content. And it's not what you think. So watch this video next, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in that next video.